And here's something you might not have done in an aircraft with an engine before, is take your ignition key, put it right to the off position.
Okay, all right, here we go.
I have to get to 60 to slow the down to where the propeller will stop.
Yeah.
As you can see, the propeller is fully stopped. And this is a true dead stick landing.
So I'm down here at Rudder Aviation in Inverness, Florida, and they called me up and said I had to check out their newest airplane, the Pipistrel ALPHA. So we're gonna go for a flight and see what this baby can do. Let's go have some fun. What you're looking at right now is the special edition Pipistrel ALPHA Trainer. The ALPHA Trainer comes from a long line of airplanes designed with pure efficiency and aerodynamics in mind. This beauty of an airplane was signed by the founder and CEO of Pipistrel himself, Ivo Boscarol. The ALPHA can be registered as a light sport, a motor glider, or experimental home-built airplane. And this particular aircraft is a motor glider which features a feathering propeller, spoilers in the wings, and can get about a 15:1 glide ratio. It's got a modern Garmin glass cockpit, 80 horsepower Rotax 912, and a ballistic recovery parachute. This is the newest and most modern airplane I have ever flown. And it feels light years ahead of my favorite little trainer, the Cessna 150. It also outperforms it in every single way, on 20 less horsepower, burning only an average of 2 to 3 gallons per hour. Alrighty, I think that's enough talk. Let's go flying.
Clear prop.
Inverness traffic, Pipistrel 34 Romeo Romeo at the FBO, taxiing to runway 19 via Alpha, Inverness. Yeah, it's the handbrake so far is not that bad. It's just a little different. You're just not really touching the throttle as much. Is that kind of how you?
So I prefer hand brakes actually.
Yeah.
For a number of reasons, particularly with training. Students can't use the brakes, differential brakes for turning when they shouldn't on a steerable nose wheel aircraft. A lot of times students ride the brakes on a Cessna, say, by accident. They can lock up the tires, right, and that can cause serious issue, of course. The other reason is I've trained a number of people who don't have full use of their legs necessarily.
Yeah, maybe from an injury or something.
They're able to control the rudder pedals, but not able to depress their toes to control toe brakes. So a lot of people seek handbrake aircraft in that scenario.
Okay. All right.
So what we're looking for takeoff is staying on center line, of course, just like any aircraft. It is a rudder airplane, so you will need right rudder.
Okay.
We're gonna rotate at 40 and climb out at 60.
All right, rotate at 40, climb out at 60. Inverness traffic, Pipistrel 34 Romeo Romeo, departing runway 19 Inverness.
One thing I'll say is throttle has a lot of throw. Make sure you go all the way to the stop on the throttle.
Okay.
Okay, we have 5,000 RPM or higher. And rotate. Okay, we want to hold 60. A little bit more right rudder. And we can put our flaps up.
Flaps up. Oh, it climbs real nice.
And it's a hot day, so the density altitude's probably already 1,300 or 1,400 if I had to guess.
Left base, runway 19er, Inverness traffic.
Yeah, the controls are really light.
Yeah, it's a precision machine. It's kind of like a sports car.
Yeah, it feels great. What a nice performer.
Yeah, everyone's really surprised by it because it's only 80 horse.
Yeah,
it all has to do with the efficiency of the airframe design.
I'm just not used to planes, you know, climbing so well. You know, I've been flying the Cessna 150 so much.
Oh yeah,
the night and day difference here.
Yeah, so on the way up, we're just getting used to the aircraft, feeling what it's capable of. You see our voltage is at 13.9. That's pretty much fully charged. You can turn off your fuel pump and watch our fuel pressure.
Man, the visibility is so nice in this plane too.
Yeah, it's something not a lot of people are used to. I mean, especially with the open door, but even With the door, the Lexan door.
It's like still the same amount of visibility, door on or off.
So, you know, it has the advantages. Everyone says, okay, a motor glider,
Thanks for the call.
some people say is the best of both worlds, some people say is the worst of both worlds. But I really like it. Of course, flying a traditional sailplane, you have to have a whole team. That's why there's glider clubs. So you might get, you know, 6 landings in a day if you're lucky.
Yeah.
And when you're training here, you can get as many as you want because you're providing your own power.
Right, and there are some big advantages when you're learning how to fly to go the motor glider route. You know, you save some costs there, and you still have a powered airplane.
Oh, it's by far the cheapest way to learn to fly. You can get your private pilot certificate. Glider. Right now we're running a special for $3,000, and there's nowhere in the world you can learn to fly for that cost.
That's amazing.
It's really so it's affordable. We really feel that the Pipistrel product, burning 2.3 gallons of fuel per hour. So if you're doing it in a cross country, you're going to be more like 3.4 gallons or something. Okay, so go ahead and go to full idle, and we're establishing 60. And here's something you might not have done in an airplane or a aircraft with an engine before is pitch up to 60 and take your ignition key, put it right to the off position.
Okay, alright, here we go.
And if you're going up, you have to get to 60 to slow the down to where the propeller will stop.
Yeah.
As you can see, the propeller's fully stopped. You're going to feather your propeller now.
Alright.
Inverness.
Oh, you can
pull it, rotate it, there you go.
Yeah, I could feel like a little bit of acceleration when it feathers.
It makes a difference, it's incredible. And of course, since this is a training aircraft, we don't have wheel pants on. But if you put the wheel pants on, you get even better glide ratio. You know, a lot of people are worried, a lot of novices to aviation. Well, if the engine quits, do we just fall out of the sky? And clearly you can see that's not the case, right? So we're staying close to the airport, making sure we can always glide, and we're watching our voltage, making sure we maintain a voltage of nothing less than 13 volts.
Okay.
If we see 13 volts or less, we're going to restart the engine just as a safety precaution.
Right, because then we'll lose our avionics. Right?
The other thing we're watching is our oil temperature.
We don't want that to fall too low.
We don't want it to fall too low. So let's go ahead and do a stall.
Okay.
Go ahead and just pitch up and induce a stall. And of course, you're going to keep your ball in the middle, wings level, nose straight ahead, keeping properly coordinated. And just when you feel that buffet, or you might not get there even because it's a pretty docile airplane.
Just kind of falling. Okay, so I try
just go ahead and
again?
recover so that that beeping goes away. Yeah, you can do it a little bit more aggressively.
All right.
Inverness traffic.
That's about all you get.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go on a heading of 140, and we're going to do steep turns.
Okay.
We're looking for 45 degrees of bank, and we're going to need a significant amount of rudder, and we'll do this turn to the right.
Rudder in, a little more rudder.
And a little bit more bank.
123, Mike Papa. We're entering
a little bit more bank, and pitch up a little bit.
For Inverness traffic.
There we go.
30 Golf. Left crosswind for northbound departure. Inverness traffic.
Very nice. That was excellent. And we did one to the right. You can do one to the left if you like.
To the north.
And pitch down.
Okay, 180 and depart to the west.
More bank. Pitch up a little bit. And you don't have any of the distraction of an engine.
Yeah.
You know, when you're here, it's just the purest form of flight. So go ahead and turn left, and rather than using headings, we're just going to navigate between the clouds.
Last call.
And so you notice when we're power on, we say Pipistrel, because we don't want people to give us priority. We're just flying around with the engine power.
Yeah.
But now we're gliding.
You kind of change the plane that you're in.
For runway 19, Inverness traffic.
Inverness traffic glider is in a high left downwind, 2,000 feet, circling to land at runway 19 Inverness. The beautiful lakes of Inverness below us.
Sorry, traffic, you can go entering final crossing right traffic.
Okay, we're at 1,500 feet. Okay, let's go ahead and unfeather your propeller.
Unfeather the propeller.
Helicopter in sight, Inverness traffic.
And we're going to deploy drag devices. Go ahead and put your first notch of flaps.
Okay, flaps.
And turn right.
1 notch.
Go ahead and put your second notch of flaps in.
Second notch of flaps.
And that deploys our air brakes.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Oh, now we got a nice little sync going.
Okay, so now we're looking, what do we need to do to get down?
Slip.
Yeah, you can go ahead and slip, so it tells us we have pretty much a headwind, but you can do left aileron, right rudder slip. Inverness traffic glider is on a high final 19er Inverness.
Sync rate.
Now, if we looked short, we could, of course, stop slipping. We could refeather our propeller.
Okay.
And we could get rid of our air brakes.
Night traffic,
And flat.
right base for 4.
Caution. Sync rate.
Crystal River traffic, Dakota 62 Sierra Bravo, 2 miles west, inbound for full stop with a 2-mile final. Crystal River.
Okay, I'm going to get rid of your air brakes.
Okay.
Okay, straighten
clear
up.
runway 19er, Inverness traffic.
You can slip again a little bit if you want. Okay, go ahead and straighten up now. And this is a true dead stick landing. Right rudder, get a little lower. And flare, 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 okay. Get lower, flare, flare, flare. All right, more right rudder. And go ahead and restart your engine.
Okay, so just both and...
Yep. Okay, and full throttle. Inverness traffic, Pipistrel's on the go, 19er Inverness. And rotate, rotate.
Man, that was awesome. That was awesome.
Yeah, so true dead stick landing, and you do the same thing if you were in an airplane and had an engine failure. And you want to be high and slip and put flaps in, and you can always get it of those, right? You can never regain your altitude or airspeed.
Right. This thing also gets off the ground real quick, too.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it all has to do with aerodynamic efficiency.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go ahead and go to idle.
All right, we'll go to idle.
And establish 60 on your airspeed. And once you're at idle and at 60,
traffic helicopter.
go ahead and put that key to the off position. Yeah,
All right,
it's a good
60
system.
and off.
Go ahead and feather your propeller.
All right,
There we
feather.
go. And now you can see in the camera view at least a little bit better. When the prop stops in this position, the prop is actually stopped. Some people are like, well, you don't actually turn off the engine in that thing, do you? I'm like, yeah, of course we do, you know?
There's proof.
And then you fly literally for free, you know?
That's beautiful.
Go ahead and turn left so we avoid the cloud ahead of us.
Clear left.
Inverness traffic, glider is 2,500 feet above the field, circling to land 19er Inverness.
Oh, now we're getting that nice turbulence for sailing.
Okay, let's go ahead and unfeather your propeller.
All right.
And let's put your first and second notch of flaps in.
All right, first and second. There we go.
So you can go like direct to the numbers. If you're a little bit low, you can square off your pattern. You can do S-turns, you can do circles, you can slip. There's just so many maneuvers that are available to you. So like now you can go ahead and slip.
Spruce Creek, come here to 10 miles to the west. We'll be coming up over the field and ring down on the 6.
Caution.
And I'm going to get ready. You can go ahead and stop slipping for a second. I'm going to get rid of your spoiler.
Okay.
And you can go ahead and slip again a little bit more.
All right, slipping.
So in a glider, we're not necessarily focused on landing at the beginning of the runway.
You're right.
You can go ahead and unslip, just straighten up. Especially in this airplane, we have plenty of runway. We really aim for like around the white bars or maybe even a little bit beyond, just so you don't come up short, right?
Oh, yeah, man.
Beautiful. Keep that wheelie in. So the POH says to wheelie as long as you can.
Okay.
And of course, in a nose wheel, the name of the game is protect that nose wheel.
Right.
And that's why you do that. A second reason is aerodynamic braking, right? Notice, you know, we were talking about the handbrake earlier.
Hasn't been a concern.
Yeah.
You know, it slows down kind of nice.
And we'll just roll off here.
Look at that, so quiet.
And we'll need to restart our engine now.
Alrighty.
We're running out of energy here.
Okay, let's throttle off and start.
Hey, you really nailed that.
Thanks so much for watching, and if you enjoyed the video, make sure to like and subscribe. Also, be sure to check out Rudder Aviation in the heart of Central Florida for all your flight training needs. And if you want to buy any Pipistrel aircraft, Rudder Aviation is the United States Pipistrel dealer. Until then, blue skies, and I'll see you on the next flight.